Hey everybody, it's Erica and I'm coming at you live. 12:02. I'm even later than last time. I misplaced my phone, so I'm sorry. But I'm here. Hey Becca. Um, Sitting in front of my Jasmine again. Hi Karen. No wave. So of course the trash truck decided to come right when I'm filming, so might be a little bit noisy for a minute. Hello, thanks for joining. I've been so lucky that every time that I've posted, oh, it's gonna get real loud. Hold on. Bye bye. Okay, we're lucky. It's just heavy trash day, so they're not hitting everybody. So that's awesome. Hi, Mom. Hello, Huntington. So yeah, I've been really lucky that the weather's been really beautiful every time. And I keep sitting here because my jasmine's blooming, so I figure we might as well take advantage of that. But yeah, I'm just chilling, enjoying the gorgeous day, waiting for everybody to show up. I got my, I'm gonna say my almost favorite drink, some kombucha. Kroger has been letting me down. They've been out of my Synergy, my favorite brand of kombucha. Synergy Trilogy, the best flavor. So I've had to make do and use this, but it's not that bad. Mom, you just sent a request to be in my live video. No, you may not, because we're not having we're not giving a presentation together. But I'm glad that that you're here and that you're joining. So okay, hold on. Cheers. So it's actually almost time for me to harvest my latest batch of kombucha. It's been a couple weeks. It's smelling ripe, and it's okay, Mom, I'm just teasing you. And I even got my husband to drink it, and he makes fun of me all the time for my kombucha, but he actually likes my kombucha. So after I did a continuous brew, so it's like a big vessel, and you just use a little spigot, drain it off, and then we chopped up fresh fruit and put it in there. And he got kind of like all proud about it, like, oh, mine's gonna be better, because he put blueberries and cherries, which interestingly enough, his was more effervescent than mine was. So it went through a second fermentation and it was really good. And he was like, oh, that's better than that crap that you buy. So anyway, that's good. It's cheaper for sure. But actually the Kroger kind to me kind of tastes like, it's probably tastes a little bit closer to what my kombucha tastes like. Maybe one day it will taste like the Synergy kombucha, which is just so lovely and tart and bites at your throat when you drink it. It's great. So, okay, I'm going to give a little recap while we see if anybody else comes and joins us. I know it probably sounds like broken record. I talk a lot about database and contacts and things like that, but it's just the most important. So, but today I'm going to talk about a tool that I think is going to be really helpful to you, and wanted to introduce it to you, whether you have your own business or you're involved in a ministry or nonprofit. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, so recapping, we talked about how we need to have a database, so some sort of a system and way to group up all of your contacts and keep track of them. And then you need some way to classify and categorize them, because some people might just be your personal friends and that's it. And then some people might be big supporters of your business. Some, maybe you're working on them, hoping they will be one day, but you're not sure if they're going to or not. Some people, you like them, you love them, but they don't support you on a business level, and that's okay. There's a home for them too. So just kind of trying to classify and categorize so you know where to spend your very precious lead generation time. And then also you need to have systems in place. So you need to have ways to systematically reach out to people. So kind of what I wanted to talk about today was a tool in particular that's going to be helpful. But before we get there, kind of by way of prologue, I was going to say, you know, we're in really interesting times right now with COVID, and I think it has really accelerated a lot of our adoption of virtual tools. I mean, look at what we're doing right now here at this moment. So, you know, a lot of people not too long ago, they didn't really know what Zoom was. And now everybody's Zooming all day on multiple Zoom calls a day. So it's totally changed the landscape. I mean, why I'm here in Houston. Why am I going to get up, get dressed, sit in traffic for an hour to go physically sit in a meeting when I can just attend the meeting in my workout clothes in my office? Because let's be real, most of the time I'm in workout clothes. I kind of dress up for you guys. So it's totally changed the landscape, and I think it's awesome. Sure, there's a place for face-to-face interaction. Of course, I believe that. We're talking about working relationships. That's going to be super important during certain times. But for a lot of meetings, it's great. And a lot of times you might not be able to get to a meeting schedule-wise if you had to physically go there. But if you can Zoom, you can at least catch part of it or most of it. It's pretty awesome. So talking about other things, I kind of made a list, jog my memory. Oh, so one tool that's really cool for realtors specifically is HAR in Houston. They just rolled out this app so that we can do virtual open houses. Thank you, praise the Lord, hallelujah. I have never been a big fan of open houses. One, I think they are a big safety issue. Cute little tiny petite person sitting in a vacant house all by herself, welcoming strangers into the home is a little bit scary. So also, what I tell my clients all the time, the public has this belief that open houses are going to get their home sold. And statistically, they don't do a good job of that, because the reality is, what are the odds that some random person stumbling into the home, that they're going to be qualified and ready to go and absolutely love that house and it's going to meet all of their requirements? It's actually very, very small. It does happen occasionally, but it's pretty rare. So what if you could have an open house virtually, where now you're not limited to just the people that kind of stumble across it in the neighborhood, but just across the web, thousands and thousands of people are being exposed to this home and they're able to get a good look at it. And for a lot of them, that's going to resolve a lot of their questions. And for agents, there are great tools within that to capture the information and be able to follow up with the client, because again, the odds are the house probably isn't going to be the perfect fit. And if you've established that it isn't the perfect fit, now you have a way to stay in touch with them. So I think that's going to be a huge game changer. Another tool, well, I guess that gets me right into the tool that I want to talk about, which is BombBomb. If you get my newsletters or anything like that, I am a big fan of BombBomb. So BombBomb is a way to send video emails, essentially. So think about this. If I just sent you a newsletter, that'd be pretty boring. Isn't this a lot better? You get to see my facial expressions, you hear my voice, my tone, my inflection, all that good stuff. Yes, it's better. So BombBomb kind of works off of the same concept, and there are so many applications to use BombBomb. So I started using it, I think around 2011. So it's been quite a while. Hi, Shanna, I was just talking to her about BombBomb the other day. That's what I'm talking about today. So you tuned in at a good time. So I started using it years ago because I needed to have a newsletter to send out to folks and remind them that I am in real estate. And I somehow ran across BombBomb, and it was pretty cool because I paid a little bit of extra money and they set up this really cute branded template for me. Oh, thank you. She said I look pretty. Shanna always looks pretty. She always got her hair and makeup done. Looks like a fashion plate. So I appreciate that coming from her. Anyway, so initially it was just a way for me to send a newsletter. And again, how much more exciting is a newsletter when it actually has a video in it and you can hear the person and see them, and all that good stuff. So it kind of started out that way, and I would definitely recommend it if you are looking for a product to send out newsletters. This is a great way to do it. But I have realized it has so many more applications. So I kind of made out a list. In addition to the newsletter, the second thing I wanted to tell you about is it has forms, which I think is probably one of their least utilized features, but I am really starting to see the magic in it. So let's say, for example, and I know HAR has actually rolled out a tool for this, but if you're a realtor, let's say that you do host some sort of an event or open house kind of thing, even with the virtual open house, and you want a way to capture people's information. BombBomb gives you a super simple user interface to create these forms where people can go in, and it even has a lot of smart capability for follow-up afterwards. So for example, And let me tell you, we use this whenever we have new buyers or new sellers. We, fill out a form. It automatically emails my office administrator, so you can set that up. It automatically emails the client a video that I filmed where I say, hey, here's what's next, here's what you can expect. It automatically adds them to my newsletter. So now I'm sure that they are going to be in my database for the long haul, even after the transaction is over. If I want to, and this is an area that I really want to be dabbling in more, is you can set up campaigns. So things like, okay, day one, they get this email. 2 days later, they get a different email. 5 days later, they get this email with this message. So you can build out entire campaigns to stay in touch with people. So it's a hugely effective tool, and you can create them so quickly and copy existing ones so quickly that you can have a unique URL for each form. So if you want to test out different marketing methods and see which one's working best, which one's getting the most signups, you can use it and then go back. It has logic to where you can see the engagement level of different folks, and that's obviously going to clue you into kind of going back to our classification of the database. Wow, this person just watched my video 7 times. Maybe they should be an A. Maybe they're looking to move. Maybe something's going on. I should make it a point to talk to them. So love that feature about it. The third thing that I wanted to talk about that I love is, so you can do the videos at your desk and you can include a screen share. And so I use this all the time with my agents. I've used it with my clients. Here's a great example to use it with your clients. So, and maybe Shanna, if you have any ideas of how this might parlay well into your world, love to hear it, or if any of y'all have any ideas. But I'm going to give you a real estate example. So one time I was meeting with a seller at a house. It was sort of an investment property. Wife was there, husband was there. Any of y'all in sales, when the husband and wife both aren't there, not really a great situation, right? Because it's hard for them to be able to make a decision when they don't have the same information together. They're not getting the same message. And so I basically redid my listing consultation on a video. And the cool thing about this video is that I can also do a screen share. So I'm literally showing them my screen of me looking at MLS where all of the listings are. It has my head just kind of like in a little video bubble off to the side. And I'm able to say, hey, look at this house 1234 Maple. It's very similar to yours, except it has 1.5 baths instead of 2 baths, but the lot's a little bit bigger and blah, blah, blah. And we can talk through and both be looking at the same data, and they can hear a conversation from me in terms of pricing. So I used to send the longest emails to my clients because I was trying to explain all of this stuff, and their eyeballs were probably crossed by the end of it. So this has given me a great way to reach out to them, and it's super impressive because nobody else does it. So I also use it with my agents when I'm showing them, how to fill something out, or, whatever, some new tool on the computer. I can literally be in my little floating bubble and show them my screen. I can show them, hey guys, here's the new database tracker that I came up with. Let me show that screen to you and point out to you different features and aspects of it. So it's great for any kind of training. And all of these videos are saved on individual unique URLs, so they stay. So if you ever want to promote that material again, you can find it in your BombBomb account and you can send it. You can copy the link. You can send it in a Facebook message, in a text, whatever. That content is now saved and available for you to leverage over and over and over again, which is really cool. So the fourth thing that I wanted to talk about is, sorry, I'm looking at my notes because I see something else. Oh yeah, okay, we're good. So the fourth thing that I wanted to talk about, which I actually think is probably the most relevant during COVID, is you can use it to just send messages to people that are going to show up in their inbox. So I have the BombBomb widget. I mean, it's free. Once you have BombBomb, it just goes right into your email, and I can literally hit a little record button. It pops up an email for me. I can do the screen share feature if I want. I can just say, hey, so-and-so, it's Erica. I hope you are hanging in there well with COVID. I know it's a really hard time. Just want to let you know I was thinking about you. If there's anything that I can do, please let me know. Or maybe it's a more direct message, hey, this COVID thing has just really knocked me on my hiney, but I am ready to just go out there and charge the real estate market. So do you know anybody who is going to be looking to make a purchase in the next, month or so when things kind of come back to life? Whatever your message is, but it's going to come across in such a more genuine way, again, because they can see your facial expressions. They can hear the inflection in your voice. And BombBomb will tell you, they do the statistics on it. It's a higher open rate when there's a video. It's a higher level of engagement. It builds trust, right? When you're just reading words, you don't really trust anything. But when you're hearing and seeing somebody, it's building that relationship. And I can give you another example. I'm just thinking of this. So Rebecca actually helps me with my social media stuff. And if I think about it, I'm like, oh, I consider Rebecca a friend. And I realize I've never even met her in person before. She and I kind of started working together right during COVID, and so everything has been very video based, but wow, that just shows you how deep of a relationship you can form through video alone. And again, I think that when you use it in the business sense, I mean, obviously a lot of people are kind of jumping on the bandwagon right now with COVID. But I think if you can stick to those disciplines, people are going to go back to a lot of, their old habits and everything. But if you are the person who's always sending the follow-up video emails, you're sending the video newsletters, all this, people will begin to know you and feel like they've developed a deeper relationship with you, which is going to turn into more business. So I'll give you another funny example that just popped to mind. One of my friends, her daughter, knows me because she watches my videos and she wants to watch Miss Erica. And so obviously she's not going to buy a house tomorrow, but hey, maybe her mother will one day. And it just I bring it up to make the point that video is incredible for building relationships. So I don't get paid anything to talk about BombBomb. BombBomb, if you're listening and you want to pay me or you want to repost something, please do. But I think they have a great program. Like I said, I've been using them for a long time. I went to their conference that they had a couple springs ago in Denver with Allison and Catherine, two of my other agents, which was super fun. So it's a really great product. And, if you want to use something else, great. But Becca's laughing. I guess she just realized that, we have never met, but it's like we know each other. So anyway, BombBomb is a really great tool. And hi, Leia, one of my agents, Leia, joined. Leia, you missed my long-winded, post here, but it'll be in, what do you call those? My stories. So you can come. Leia is actually multi-talented, as a lot of my agents are. She's waving. So she makes these really cool bags. If you see her, you need to go check out her stuff. So really beautiful handbags. She made one of my agents, his wife, this really great diaper bag. She's from the Czech Republic, so I just feel like when you're from Europe, you automatically have more style or something. She's done earrings and things like that. And most recently, she's made custom masks. I should have brought my mask out here. It's actually the cutest mask you've ever seen. So yes, you're very welcome, Leia. You're very talented. So a lot of my agents have really fun side hustles, which Allison were on here, but she makes amazing cakes for parties and weddings and all that. So anyway, we've got a creative bunch, which reminds me, I'll just go ahead and make a shout out. If you or anybody you know is looking for a brokerage home, we would love to know about that person. As you can see, kind of my passion is more the teaching side and enabling my agents to be successful. We've got a really great competitive split. We've got a neat culture. We have a great mentoring program, whether you are brand new or experienced. For those of you who are not so experienced, how nice would it be to have a more experienced agent literally hand-holding you and available on their cell phone whenever you needed something, instead of just getting lost at a big box place. That's what we got. So it's a pretty great place, and we're excited about where it's going. So definitely direct message me if you're interested in joining. If you like what I had to say about BombBomb, I would love to include you on my newsletter. You can unsubscribe at any time. By the way, BombBomb sets that up so you don't have to worry about spam. You do want to ask people's permission, right? You don't want to just put a bunch of random people on there, because then they're going to be mad at you. They're going to be marking you as spam. And quite frankly, if they don't want to engage in your stuff, it's not really going to be great for you anyway. You want to find the people that are supporters. So I would love to include you on my newsletter at a minimum. So if you would just direct message me with a good email for you, I'll be happy to add you. Unsubscribe anytime, but it would be a great way for you to see how BombBomb works. And if I shoot you a BombBomb, here's another cool thing. You can actually video me back, even though you don't have BombBomb. I had a client do it the other day. It's so cool. Every time I call her, she's unavailable. She's got a bunch of kids. She's busy, whatever. But I sent her the BombBomb email when it was convenient for me, and when it was convenient for her, she responded with like a 3-minute video telling me everything that was going on. It was super cool. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on. I'm thinking that next week I'm going to switch gears and do a Facebook Live, and I will literally show you these tools on my screen. So unfortunately, with the Instagram Live deal, I don't have that capability. It'd be me flipping my phone around and super confusing. So be sure that you check me out on Facebook Live next week at noon, and I will literally show you these tools. It's pretty powerful stuff. Hopefully what I've shared with you today kind of gave you enough of an idea, but I'd love to show you more in detail how it works. So, oh, and there's my husband. Hi, Damon. You missed me rambling, but you get to listen to me ramble all the time. So that's all good. And this will be on my story. So, all right. I hope everybody has a fabulous Thursday. Whatever you do, whether it's BombBomb or something different, reach out. Gotta keep working that database. Okay? We'll see y'all later. Bye.